This is Spectrum on Radio 1. My name is Edmond, Kizito, your host. Tonight on Spectrum, the aftermath of the Walk to Work campaign. Can the government and the opposition resort to dialogue to address the burning issues? Today, police and the military used live ammunition, rubber bullets and tear gas to battle several opposition leaders and their supporters taking part in the Walk to Work protest. Several people, including FDC President Dr. Kizito, were admitted to hospital with injuries sustained during the riots. Several politicians have also been charged after being arrested by police. While most have been bailed, others, including Jema President Aswa and Jema Chairman Chibirige Mayanja, have been remanded by the Luwero Grade 1 Magistrates Court until tomorrow. Journalists covering the riots in different parts of the country, especially Kampala and Masaka, were also beaten and their gadgets confiscated. The international community has again criticized government for using what they said was excessive force to handle the situation, insisting that freedom to demonstrate must be respected. So tonight, we ask, can government and the opposition resort to dialogue to address the issues behind the Walk to Work campaign? Our guests tonight, Honorable George William Tembo, State Minister for Luwero Triangle, also Member of Parliament for Kasanda South. You're most welcome, Honorable Tembo.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
We also are joined by Honorable Reagan Okumu, Shadow Minister for Foreign Affairs, also Member of Parliament for Aswa County. You're most welcome, Honorable Okumu.
Thank you.
Honorable Tembo, we're still trying to come to terms with what has been happening today. How can we go forward from here?
I think it is very unfortunate that a group of our friends have decided to sort of try to put democracy on the streets, to evoke street emotions, to decide on very, very important issues bedeviling our country today. The issue of price increase is a global issue, and we have institutional framework in this country. We have the inter-party cooperation. I don't think anybody has taken that route to say, look here, guys, why don't we come together as parties in this country? Let's discuss this. What is causing these prices to go up? We debate it. We have parliament.
When you say inter-party cooperation, you actually are trying to mean the inter-party dialogue, not the IPC.
No, not the IPC. There's yes, where even NRM is a member. Sure, yes. I think that would be the first point of reference. Then we have parliament. It is surprising that some members of parliament were elected by their people to articulate issues in parliament. They have decided to go on the streets to evoke street emotions and sentiments to debate this issue. So really, I don't know. It's very unfortunate. Whatever has happened is because of that wrong approach toward this issue. We know as government, definitely, that prices are going up. We know that when prices go up, they bite. They bite everybody. In fact, the first casualty when prices go up is government, because government is the biggest spender. Government is the biggest spender. When prices go up, government is the first to feel the pinch because the biggest spender. So as government, we are feeling the pinch. As people in government, of course, we are Ugandans. I buy my matoke in the market with all other Ugandans. I'm a fixed salary earner. My salary is not indexed to inflation. I feel the pinch. But how do we approach this situation? We've seen situations, such situations happening in other countries. For example, because when you don't talk about America, people don't believe that you know what you're talking about. Some 3-4 years back, there was that recession in America. It was terrible. People in America were actually so much annoyed with the President Bush. The war was dragging on in Afghanistan, where there was a recession. People were losing jobs. We didn't see people going on the Wall Street to stop business, to solve that problem. People went to Congress. People went to the Senate. People discussed these issues in the state legislative assemblies. Civil society pushed out these issues very clearly to the voters. The media debated these issues, and I think they caused that sort of an emotion backlash that the Republican Party candidate had to lose miserably. So I don't think we need to evoke street emotions. When you evoke street emotions, you cause problems. We are politicians. There are some institutional arrangements how we should approach some of these issues. So really, much as it bites, I know there is a problem which we must solve as a country. The prices are going up. This is a global problem. Like, if you give me time to explain what's happening, I may try to explain. The way we are approaching it is where I have a problem. The way the opposition is approaching this problem, that's where I have a problem. But of course, some of us, we've known the intentions of some of our colleagues in the opposition. It has always been causing chaos.
Of course, maybe we'll go into those intentions later in detail, because maybe you have a lot of information that we might not have. But first of all, two things. When you talk about price rises affecting government first, it doesn't really touch their skin, and we know that price rises affect the poor more than they affect you. For you might not even know the price of a kilo of sugar, because you buy according to quantity. So your income, the rich the poor spend a larger portion of their income on food. The rich spend much smaller portion of their income on food. It's a negligible.
Who tells you that?
According to official statistics. But
who
let's move to something
politicians are rich? No, you are raising a very important point.
Well,
I think politicians are the poorest people in this country.
Maybe they're the poorest people. Let's leave that to the listeners to decide. Let's talk about something else. You said the opposition should approach government. Does the government listen? Right now, as we speak, the opposition is not in the benches in parliament. They walked out because the government is deaf, doesn't want to listen to them.
I think the opposition decided to walk out on this Chogam issue. That was their right. That was in their right to walk out. But we have always been with them in parliament on all the issues, and we have always listened. We have always discussed together. We have always passed the budget unanimously without any having partisan sort of tendencies. So why shouldn't they come and put this thing on the floor of parliament and discuss it? Civil society, they should debate it in the media, but not evoking street emotions. When you start evoking street emotions, even you who's evoking these emotions, you will not be able to control them. So what do you expect?
Honorable Reagan, yes. Reagan, why don't you just come around on the table and discuss some of these things?
You see, my brother is talking as if he doesn't know where he is. Because the moment you subject yourself to this animal called democracy, then you must walk the whole stretch. Walking the whole stretch means that actually you should not even accuse the opposition that you know their intention. The intention of government is to, those in government, is to keep power. The intention of the opposition is to take power. But what they should be looking at is what means
do we take power, not
listen, what means do we use to keep power, and what means do we use to take power? This should really be the argument. Now, if you understand what democracy is all about, then you should walk the full length. The full length means, one, I have got a right. But by the way, the mentality in this government, I think Ugandans have been too patient for this government. Because everything goes wrong, they just go, a whole minister goes on radio and says, government can do nothing. This is the forces of demand and supply.
Right.
And then she walks away with it.